today I thought I would bring you along with me while I cook some things in the kitchen. This is probably going to be adding a few videos together. I won't cook it all today, but I'm just gonna cook what I've got going today and then add to it as each day goes along. So maybe what's for dinner kind of thing, but what I've got going on is not necessarily what's for dinner. Let me just show you what I got. Alright, so one of the things I've done today is put this, and this is ground beef that needed to be cooked, and I put it in my slow cooker along with, I don't know, a cup and a half or so of water. So this has been going for about an hour, so I'm just stirring this around so that I can get the consistency nice and fine the way I like it. I can always drain the water off, the water along with the fat, but I'm just stirring this around. But the water mixes with the ground beef, and it's like it almost boils it and makes a nice fine consistency, which is, that's what I'm going for. So yeah, I got that stirred around. So this has been going an hour, and it was time for me to come in here and stir it around. And so I'm gonna let that go, and I'll come back in another hour and stir it around then. Okay, y'all. It's been about an hour and a half, and I should have been up in here stirring this earlier. I intend on stirring this every hour, but it's still not bad. It's breaking up pretty well. So I'm gonna continue to stir this in, and you can see it's definitely soupy, which is what I need. And when it gets, y'all, it is not done at all. It's still got, you know, some raw portions of the ground beef, but it's breaking up, and I'm just kind of getting all this liquid stirred together. And any big pieces, I'm just kind of stirring them in, and I'm gonna let this continue on cooking. So yep, that's all mixed together pretty well. I'm putting the lid back on. Okay, y'all, TV's a little loud. I'll try to talk over it. My ground beef is completed. I'm gonna let this cool for a bit, but you can see that the consistency is pretty fine. Not quite as fine as the taco meat at Taco Bell, but it's fine enough for the way I like it. So I'm just gonna let this, I'm gonna leave the lid off and let it cool for a while. Alright, so I'm getting ready to make my keto lasagna over here. I'm gonna put it in my crock pot, but first I want to get this going. I'm using just a tablespoon and a half, not a lot, of oil, and I'm gonna put some of this seasoning blend in here, get that going, and then add some of this minced garlic. And then once I get those softened up, I'll add some of this ground beef that I browned up the other day, and I'll bring you back when I get all that going. Okay, I put in about a half a cup of the frozen vegetables, the seasoning blend, which is onions, peppers, and celery in there. Let that go for a couple of minutes, and then I put about a tablespoon of the minced garlic, and then I added some of this ground beef. I probably put about 2 pounds of the ground beef in here that I browned up, whatever day that was, a day or two ago, and bringing that up to heat, getting it, because it's just been in the refrigerator, so getting it nice and hot. And then I'm gonna add a little salt and pepper, and I'm gonna add this, y'all, this is almost gone. I'm trying to use this this Italian spaghetti seasoning blend, and when that's gone, then I've just mix my own, but then I'm gonna use this same thing to put my own Italian seasoning blend in. So and then I'm gonna add this. This is not perfect keto, but if you do dirty, that's 13 carbs, and take back the 3 of the fiber and the 7 of the sugar, which takes it down to 3 carbs a serving. Plus there's no added sugar in here, and it's got olive oil, and The ingredients are not too bad, you know. I'm sure those carrots add some of the carbs. But y'all, this is, for the price it is, I get this for $1.78 at Walmart. And yes, I would prefer to use that Rayo's, but y'all, that stuff is $6 or $7 a jar. And I can buy 3 of these or more. 3 or 4 of these for that price. And to stretch it, I'm just going to add a can of Hunt's tomato sauce. And that's just adding a couple more carbs per serving. But that's going to stretch it. And then I'll add a little bit of water to make sure I get all of the stuff out of the jar, right? Okay. I'm going to get all this added in and I'll be right back. Alright, so let me show you what I did. First I dumped in the tomato sauce. Put a little bit in the can. Get all that out. And then I dumped the spaghetti sauce and poured all this water that was in here into here. And look, probably about an extra half a cup of water, and that got all of that out. So I've got everything in here now, and I added my spaghetti seasoning, and I'm just going to let all this heat up. I'll probably let it saute on top of the stove for, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. And I'm going to taste it for seasoning. I want to make sure that we're good on salt. I didn't put too much because I can always add more, but y'all, it's tough to get it back out of there. So I'm going to let this cook around and clean up a little mess here. Okay, the sauce is ready, and I just cut the stove off. The stove is still hot. You see, it's still hot. And I pulled out my cheeses. Y'all, I pull out what I need to use. I am not specific as far as the kind of cheese I use, but this is a cheddar that I grated the other day. Needs to be used up or it goes bad. And this one is also, the date's coming up. Well, I got a little over a month on that, but still, I want to use that. And then I've got some Parmesan that's already opened. So these are the cheeses I'm going to use, and I'm going to start with this and this. This is not open, so if I don't need it, I won't use it. But we'll just start here with these, and I'm going to. The first step is, well, I did grease this, and I'm just going to put 1 layer of the sauce on the bottom, and not much of a layer, just a thin layer, and spread it around. And yes, I did taste it. It's still stuck in my teeth, but it doesn't need any salt or anything. So the next layer is going to be a layer of this. I picked this up, oven roasted turkey breast. I could have used oven roasted chicken breast, just deli meat, but they didn't have any, so turkey breast is what I'm using. So this is taking the place of the lasagna pasta. So I'm just going to put a layer of these down. So looks like it'll take about 4 or maybe more, I don't know. I guess I could cut them, but I don't, you know. This is just a quick and easy kind of thing. And y'all, this isn't really a recipe. This is just like my method. So there, I've got 4 slices of the deli meat. And then I'm going to sprinkle some cheese and start over again with my layers. Alright, so it's completed. I think I got about 4 layers in here. The way I've always done it is I start with sauce, then pasta, then the cheeses, and then sauce, pasta, cheeses. So I did that, except in place of the pasta I used that turkey breast, and I topped it off with a good sprinkling of Parmesan cheese. And y'all, I'm just going to put this lid on here and let this go. I've got it on low. This one probably going to go for 4 hours, but the least amount of time on this crock pot is an 8-hour low setting, but I can cut it off when it's done. But I'm just going to let this go this afternoon, and I'm going to clean up my mess because, y'all, that spaghetti sauce has popped all over the place, including the floor. Okay, y'all, the lasagna is done. I've got it cut off, and y'all, it does not hold together in this like it would if I had done it in a lasagna pan in the oven. But y'all, that deli meat is amazingly like pasta noodles. It yeah, and I guess the key to it is getting kind of a, don't get the honey flavor, just get like the oven roasted or whatever, closer to plain, and because the texture is so much like lasagna noodles, it's not even funny. So I got some keto bread here that I made, turned into garlic toast in the air fryer, and I'm gonna go eat. Okay, decided to put these out for Memorial Day. Just things I had in the garage. Probably picked them up at Dollar Tree a couple of years ago, but I don't know, y'all, I'm not good at this kind of thing. Just not. My daughter will probably come out later and fix it because yeah, I'm not good at it, but they work. So alright, back to work in the house. Alright, started this video just a little late, so what I'm doing here is a faux-tato salad. So it's not really a recipe, I guess it's just the way I've always done it, and I'm sure I got this from my grandmother. But all I'm doing is substituting in cauliflower for the potatoes. So I just use these 2 bags of frozen. I had a bag of the regular frozen and then a bag of the riced cauliflower. So I just threw those in the microwave and cooked them. And then I put eggs here. They just came out of my Instant Pot, so they got to sit here. I do 5 minutes in the Instant Pot, 5 minutes natural release, and 5 minutes in the ice water. So when I get, now I'm not going to put all these in here. I thought, well, I decided if I was going to do eggs in the Instant Pot, I might as well do some extra, so we have some extra boiled eggs. And everything else I put in here just like I would my normal potato salad. Now I used to use sweet pickle relish, now I use dill to get rid of the sugar, and I just add a squirt of the liquid stevia and probably a half to 3/4 of a cup. There's no measuring this. Oh, I've already put the mustard up. A good squirt of mustard to yellow mustard. So I put the yellow mustard on first, and then I put the relish, spread around, seasoning, sweetener, mayonnaise, and I've got it stirred around waiting for the eggs. And y'all, I don't like my eggs chopped up. I like them grated, so I'm going to use this and grate my eggs in. And I think I'll probably put about 3 in. If I wasn't putting eggs, this would be enough mayonnaise, but since I am putting the eggs, I know I'm going to have to add some more, and there's not a whole lot left in this little jar. It may take the rest of that. So I'll be back when I get my eggs shelled and grated in here. Alright, I got the eggs grated up, and y'all, this is just a personal preference. I'm probably the only one in the world that grates up my eggs, boiled eggs, to go in a potato or faux-tato salad. Most people just chop them up, but I don't know. It's just what I like, and I can already tell I'm just going to add, there's not a whole lot left in here, not even 1/4 of a cup. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of this in. But look, if y'all have never used your Instant Pot to boil eggs, it's just the way to go. You see how the shells just slip right off the eggs in basically one piece. So yeah, and these I'm just going to put in a zipper bag and in a zipper bag and put them in the refrigerator. So I'm going to get this added in and get this stirred up, and I will be right back. Okay, my potato salad is ready to go in the refrigerator, and I don't know, I usually do it at least a couple of hours ahead. More than that. I like it to be able to, because you've heated up whether you've used cauliflower or potatoes, they've been cooked, so it's warm, and I just like it to be nice and chilled before time to eat. Plus, a few hours in the refrigerator will make the flavors better. But no recipe, just whatever your favorite potato salad recipe is. You just substitute in cauliflower in place of the potatoes. So, and then I've got the rest of the boiled eggs. I put 3 in here, and then I'm just going to pop these in the door of the refrigerator and clean my mess up. Alright, so I was originally going to grill these, but my grill needs some repairs, so I'm not going to grill these today. And I was going to grill some chicken, but I think I'm just going to break this up, probably 3 or 4 drumsticks into each little freezer bag and put these in the freezer and get this taken care of. And I did pull this out I just pulled these out of the refrigerator. I did pull this out so that it can come up to room temperature. It's just the way I've always done it. And then I'm going to season both sides. And I may brush a little bit of liquid smoke on both sides to give it that grilled flavor, that smoke flavor that charcoal gives it. So, and let me show you what I'm going to put. I'm going to put them all on here. I'm going to cook them all in the oven. Y'all, you see how big this is. It just does fit on one of my oven shelves, but this will hold all 8 of those patties, and I'm just going to broil them in the oven. But yeah, first I need to unload my dishwasher. What I've done up to this point is I took all those chicken legs out of the packaging, and I've got it divided up between 4 zipper bags. 3 of them have 4 legs, and I put that over here. And this one I had to mark out a 4. I put a 3 because this one had 3. But the one that has 3, I did try to make sure it had some of the bigger ones. So I'm gonna, and I've squished all the air out of them. I'm gonna pop these in the freezer, and I have prepared for the burgers. I sliced up a couple of tomatoes, and I got some lettuce ready, and I did pull this out of the refrigerator. So what I'm gonna do is brush that on each side of the burger patties, and then just sprinkle each side with salt and pepper, and put it over here on my big old pan. Alright, I've got all my burger patties laid out on my sheet pan with the rack, and I used this, my little brush here, and I brushed all around the tops and sides, and then I sprinkled this side with salt and pepper, and now I'm going to flip them over and do the same thing to the other side. Alright, I have flipped the patties over and coated this side with that liquid smoke and salted and peppered this side, and it's ready to go in the oven. I just have to I'm going to broil these, but not on the top rack. I'm going to put it like in the middle rack, because these are pretty thick. You can see how thick they are. I think they're over an inch thick. They're at least an inch thick. And I'm not one of those medium in the middle kind of hamburger people. I want my burger cooked all the way through. I'm different on a steak, but a burger, I want it cooked all the way through. So I'm going to get the oven heated up and get these going. Alright, I'm going to have to fix my burger back, but I've got my burger. My daughter's already come and gotten hers, so I've got my cheeseburger here and my Faux-tato salad, potato salad with cauliflower instead of potatoes. So I'm going to go sit down and eat. Well, y'all, that's going to be it for this video. Y'all, I don't even know what kind of footage I've got. I think I've got a little bit of the yard, a little bit of cooking, a little bit of putting up for the freezer. But that's going to be it for this video, and I will see y'all later. Bye.